Hello, this is the LEGO Batwing Batman vs. the Joker set with 357 pieces. I paid $38 US for it and built it live over on Twitch. The figures are apparent and obvious from the title. We'll look at these more closely later, but first of all, the Batwing itself. Well, guess what? It looks like a Batwing. There's one thing about this that surprised me as I built it, and that's the size. It's just a bit larger than I personally expected based on the pictures. And it does look pretty equally good, I'd personally say, from most different angles, except for underneath. Underneath, yeah, not the greatest there. But the good thing about the underneath portion of it is this. They include one of those hangers, so you can hang this on a wall. It's a nice recognition of the fact that folks of all different ages like to display their nice toys and collectibles. You got the air brakes here, which can be turned up and down, although they are a little bit stiff with those ratcheted joints. You got the shooters here, which are equipped with studs in this case, just in the regular trans orange. The build of this was pretty straightforward, as you would expect, but felt pretty good. Had some nice-ish building techniques used back here, just studs on the side, good use of parts, nothing too fancy, nothing too difficult to actually assemble, nothing that felt frustrating, to put together. 3 stickers are used on the inside for the front and then side consoles there. And when it comes to putting a Batman in there, just kind of drop him in. He's got the soft cape, does not have to lean all the way back, but that's just so simple compared to some of the things that they've done in the past that have required you to be a lot more careful with how you put a figure down. This one actually can be made to stand or sit up a little bit more. Can I get it right there? No. Oh, yep. There we go. Now he's leaning back even less. See? That's pretty good. It just works. Of course, this is super swishable. It's actually incredibly strong. I'm not going to try to toss it or anything, throw it, but yeah, it's shockingly strong. Probably some little bits like these would probably come off relatively easily, but this doesn't. Yeah, good, sturdy build. Looks generally right. Feels good in the hand. Doesn't waste pieces. Doesn't take forever to put together with ridiculous techniques, that are unnecessary for what it's trying to be. And the only secret here is just this little compartment, and it's really straightforward. It's attached with just 2 studs there, so you got an extra batarang and a pair of handcuffs. And this goes back on easily. That's it. Let's look at the minifigs. These are inspired by Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson, but they've definitely shifted away from there with some of the details. And I am, like many people, surprised that they went away from the stiff neck specifically for this rendition of Batman. They introduced the new cowl, but the new cowl does work well. It's got the dual molding in there if you haven't seen it before. It allows the face to be actually normal underneath. And there's a minimal amount of detail, honestly, with the Joker in this one. Not a whole lot going on with it. Obviously, no alternate face. You do get an alternate face for not Bruce Wayne, though. And that also can be framed up by the cowl. Yeah, pretty straightforward, but, just not super high level collectibles, and I think that's fine. And then these are the leftover pieces with 2 of the trans orange studs being extras for the shooters. Unfortunately, it wasn't until now that I realized I had missed these 2 light gray tiles there. A very, very insignificant thing, but my bad for missing that the first time around. Again, I paid $38 US for this. It is 38 euros, 32 pounds UK, and it's $50 Canadian, which is about $37 US. Again, the size of this is pretty good. The number parts 357. I can easily see this being, or I could easily see this having been 35 like a year or 2 ago. So for it to be 38 right now, it doesn't seem that unreasonable. If you can find a discount, excellent. But if you think that this size of thing relative to a minifig is a decent deal, I think that you'll be overall happy with this. Again, there's not a whole lot to it. There's not a whole lot of surprise involved with this. You build it in a couple of major sections, and the most standout feature of it is just the fact that it's designed to be hung from a wall. Just make sure that you don't simply use a push tack or something like that. Make sure you use something secure enough so it doesn't fall off. But Overall, I think it Batwings just fine. That's it for my thoughts on this one, though. Nothing too special or fancy to talk about. So I'll move on and talk to you again soon.